Hi everyone, my name is Susan, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about state advocacy. Hopefully you've clicked onto this video because one of your mentors or adult leaders has just told you that you're going to advocate for FIRST Robotics in the state capitol. First of all, do not freak out. It's going to be okay, and it's just like any other demo or experience that you're having with adults where you're talking about your robot and your team. So like any other demonstration, you want to first start off by talking about what is FIRST. So make sure that everyone knows in the room knows what FIRST is and how it works, the different programs, and lay out all the basics. You want everyone to be on the same page when you're going into that first interview. Second of all, talk about your team. There's two options. Either you're going to have your robot or you won't. If you have your robot, reference the robot. It is not every day that someone comes into the Capitol or goes into their representative's office with a full-blown robot. So they're going to be excited to see what you have. Explain your processes, but keep it simple. If you don't have your robot, that's fine too. Talk about what you do as a team and how your robot looks, maybe even bring some reference. Next, you want to talk about your team's struggles, but the key idea here is what about FIRST and what have you experienced that makes it so important to share with other students around the state? What is important and what needs to be made accessible, and why is that important? So share your stories, because your stories is really, it's what you know best, and it's what the representatives are going to be excited to hear about. So next, I'm going to show you some videos from Team 1816, the Green Machine. They did some role-playing scenarios between their teammates and what it would be like to talk to a senator or a representative or a congressperson. These are great advice videos, and make sure that before you go into an interview make sure to role play with your team or talk about questions, work on answering questions or how you're going to approach things. Make sure to have it all planned out. And two things before I send you off to the videos. First of all, again, do not worry. It is going to be okay. Representatives are excited to hear what you have to say, and they're going to be engaged. And hopefully, you're going to be able to translate what you love so much about FIRST Robotics, what you love so much about your team, and send it off with them so that they'll have a great impression of the program. Second of all, if you ever need anything at all, feel free to contact us at contact@firstncac.org. This email is open whenever, and we will be as quick to respond as possible. We are willing to email with you, FaceTime with you, and help you and get you materials, help you in any way that we can so that you are as best prepared as you can be for your presentation at the state level for advocacy. Thanks so much. One of the roles of a FIRST Robotics team member is to advocate for change at the local, state, and federal levels. Year-round, ongoing communication with your representative is crucial and should include periodic face-to-face communication in both Washington, D.C. and at the state level. In these videos, we are going to address how you can most effectively reach out to your representatives at the state level. The lessons we share can be applied to all activities at the local and national level in Washington, D.C. Now, before we go any further, let's pause a minute to clarify something. Advocacy is an important part of any productive democracy. Today, we are going to take a look at several short scenarios that will help you conduct an effective meeting. Let's go to Representative Smith's office in Raleigh. She is considered a key member of the State House and has built a reputation as someone who can get things done in North Carolina. 3 FIRST Robotics team members are attending a meeting with the representative. They have brought background information about FIRST and their team, which they intend to leave with the representative. Let's see how the meeting goes.
What a pleasure it is to see all of you today. I'm glad my other meeting was canceled, so I can spend a few minutes talking to you all.
Yes, it's so great to meet you, Representative. We know how limited your time must be today.
Yeah, it's been really busy, so let's get started right away. So you guys are all in high school?
That's correct. We are all a part of a North Carolina FIRST Robotics team, and we're here to talk to you about STEM.
Actually, let me tell you, my whole family were engineers. My great-grandfather was an engineer on the railroad. Now those were just the good old days, weren't they? In fact, I'm the author of a bill heading to the floor in relation to the need for jobs here at home. I always encourage companies to hire more STEM workers. We need more jobs for the surplus of STEM workers we have right now. Wouldn't you agree?
Sounds like our meeting is going a little off the rails. It happens a lot. It happens during a lot of meetings like this, especially if one of the representatives wants to control the conversation or is just a talker. Your job is to get the conversation on point. The best way to do that is to state upfront who you are and why you are there. Let's try those introductions again.
What a pleasure it is to see all of you today. I'm glad my other meeting was delayed so I can spend a few minutes talking to you all.
Representative Smith, my name is Marcus and I'm the captain of a local FIRST North Carolina robotics team.
Well, it's good to see all of you here. How are things going back at my local district? I gotta say, I love meeting with people from my community, particularly students like yourselves.
Things are going well, thank you. We are excited to tell you about FIRST Robotics and our experiences. We are working hard to bring STEM opportunities similar to FIRST Robotics program to all the schools in North Carolina. Let me introduce you to my team members. This is Joseph.
And we're all from First North Carolina FRC teams.
Believe it or not, I was living here before I ran to be a state representative. It certainly takes dedication to be an engineer.
I can remember that you were an engineer at TE Connectivity. I'm still glad that you're supporting STEM here in Raleigh.
Representative Smith, we appreciate how limited your time must be. We only need 10 minutes to talk about issues that are especially important to us and ask for your assistance on them.
Of course, I've had a very busy day. Why don't you tell me what's on your mind?
Tell me what's on your mind. Wow, what a difference it can make if you follow some basic guidelines during meetings. They can all start this way if you never assume a representative or their staff knows who you are or what you do. Make sure that you introduce yourself and get right to the agenda and set the tone for the meeting. Remember, a representative's time is limited, so expect to spend no more than 15 to 20 minutes with a member of their staff. If you're meeting with a staff, you may be given a little bit more time. Remember, staff are just as important, if not more important, than the representative themselves. Okay, let's return to our meeting.